how are you doing today? This look is specifically for when you're on your period, and that varies a lot for women, but it can be a really seriously difficult time for some women. But one of the issues that we can get is hormonal breakouts. And so I am in the middle of mine. I am just like fully riding that crimson wave. I am breaking out and I picked at it and I irritated my blemishes. So I'm just like, you know what? This is a great opportunity to just like take advantage of this like hot mess going on. I really like to turn to makeup to help minimize the outward issues and just like make myself feel more put together and more feminine. And I just really love this look. So if you're curious how I got this look, then definitely stay tuned and subscribe if you like it. We'll see you in a sec. Okie dokie, smoky pokies. So I have full PMS face going on, going strong. Yeah, do I really need to explain? I like to get started by telling you guys how I prep my face. So today I'm actually gonna use a sample. I went sample crazy at Sephora yesterday, and so I'm gonna use the OLEHENRIKSEN Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream. I'm gonna take my Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm and put just a teeny tiny little bit under my eyes to prep them as well. So let's zoom into the face a little bit and get this party started. So keeping with the sample theme today, I just hate buying stuff and returning it. It's like, why not just try stuff first and then make sure? So what I'm gonna use today is the Bareminerals BarePRO Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. The reason why I decided to try this one instead today is because it's more of a full coverage matte foundation. It's still breathable, it's not heavy. So we're gonna try this one and just put a light layer everywhere, and then we will spot conceal where our face is having a hard time. I'm gonna take my full coverage face foundation brush from Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to press that in everywhere. Let me grab a mirror. I really like how this is going onto my skin, like immediately. Like this first impression is really nice. It's making my neck look like a ghost. So for my under eyes, I've really been liking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, the eraser for dark circles, in the shade Light. So I'm gonna apply that generously under my eyes. This might look like a lot, and it kind of is, but I find that this is the best way for this concealer to be applied for my face. I think that this foundation is oxidizing. My face looks pretty orange right now. We can fix that with bronzer for now. Let's set the under eyes with my favorite under eye powder, the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, my F35 brush from Sigma. And right before I set it, I gently take my beauty sponge and I just soften any creasing that happened. And then I set it in place once that is corrected. Let's do a quick brow. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to use one of my quickest ways to do that. It's the Perfectly Defined Long Wear Brow Pencil by Bobbi Brown in the shade Mahogany. So it's a very natural shade for me, very light. Let's now do some some spot concealing. It's the Bareminerals BarePRO concealer. What I look for when I spot conceal is a full coverage concealer that is not super dry, that will be the color of my face. So not like, so for example, the reason why I'm not reaching for this one is because this is lighter. It's to lighten and brighten under my eye so that it's a little, at least one shade lighter than the rest of my face. And so I don't want to do that to my blemishes. I want them to kind of disappear into the rest of my face color-wise, because we can't really get rid of the bump, but we can cover the redness. It looks really light. Looks too light, but that's also because, well, you know what? No, it's probably will be fine because the foundation is what's wrong. Dang it. I really like how creamy it went on. That is super good, and it's high coverage. So I hope that it covers everything I need to, but it's not drying and cakey, because then that'll emphasize the texture of the blemish. So that's why we don't want something that's dry. I'm just gonna take my clean ring finger and I'm gonna press, focusing on blending more so around the actual blemish and then trying to maintain the majority of that pigment and the color of the concealer on the top of like the actual blemish where it's usually most red. So I'm still gonna press it in and then press around the blemish more. We're gonna put powder on to help mattify it and kind of disguise them that one last bit. And I'm gonna take my Cover FX powder in the Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. Okay, so let's get some color onto the face. I'm gonna use my trusty Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Medium. Even though the center broke on me a little while ago, it's still going strong. So I'm focusing on my cheekbones, the bottom half of my cheekbones. Then I'm swirling it into my hairline and a little upward into the temple. I'm gonna bring it forward into the cheek. I need to bronze up my neck. I do not want to be stuck in the 90s with an orange face. Never ever keep makeup that doesn't work for you. Don't do it. It's a waste of money. It's not helping anybody. And then you don't have a good experience with your makeup when you should. I'm gonna play around with my new palette a little bit more today. We're gonna do just a basic eye because the focus was to just, you know, even out the face and just put our minds at ease so that whenever we go out or need to go to work or with our friends or running errands, we're not thinking about it. So we can just be ourselves, feel confident, whatever. So whatever you do on your eyes, just do you. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush from Morphe. It's the M504. I really like this one a lot. And I'm going to dip into this shade here, Loungy. Kind of a fun neutral shade. So all we're gonna do is just buff this into the crease and then put that pretty gold shade all over the lid. So it draws more attention to our eyes and we're feeling good. I'm gonna take my favorite lower lash line brush, which is a bullet brush. See that kind of dome shape? It's the Morphe E18. It's really soft and velvety and it just has that nice shape that I really like. See how it just kind of grabs that lower lash line shape, you know? I'm gonna connect it with that outer corner and just press those colors together. Make sure they're connected really nicely and that the majority of this color is in that outer corner, just nice and vibrant, and then it can kind of gradate and go softer more towards the inner corner. I'm gonna take my ring finger and dip into this shade called Sun Glow. I'm going to press that all over the, oh yeah, that's sticking really nice. I'm gonna press that into the lid everywhere. I'm taking care to really saturate that lash line so that there's no gap in here. Focusing and making sure that color is nice and strong on the center of the lid. And then I start to just like swipe it like this and make sure that the edges of my lid are all covered but kind of softened and in a way just kind of with my finger buffed out. I'm gonna just go with my neutral pink buttercream from Laura Geller. Take my Japanesque powder brush, sticking to the apples of my cheeks and kind of the top here as well. I don't go as far back as the bronzer. I'm gonna dust on just a tiny bit on the center of my nose, just to give us a little bit of that highlight to kind of marry it to the rest of the eyes and everything. Again, I'm going to dip into Laura Geller. This is the highlighter duo. I'm going to use this shade over here, which is called Portofino. It's a really great champagne shade. I'm going to stick to that cheekbone, that kind of C shape, you know, like up in here and then all the way like that. I'm being pretty generous here because I just really like that inner corner glow. The more fun we have with other areas of our face, the more it takes away from the yuckiness that we feel. So I love how everything's looking, but I am gonna set my face with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. It's more of just like that that dewy spray to kind of help melt everything in, because I love the shine we have here, but it's kind of like I want it to melt a little bit more here. So let's do that before we do the lashes, and just throw on some pink lip gloss and we're done. Come on. I'm gonna throw on some mascara from MAC, the 3D Dimensions or whatever, just a mascara, and some lashes. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put on this new pair of lashes that I just recently got from Flutter Lashes. This is in the style Serenity. If you really like or heard of the style Intoxicating from Flutter Lashes, they're really, really popular. This is like the low-key version of those, and I really like them. Whatty? Okay, so we have our lashes on. They're super comfy. I love that there's like a black band on there that's like cotton and comfortable, but it still gives more of that illusion of like that thickness for me. I could go in and tightline and all that stuff, but I just want to keep it a little bit more simple. I'm gonna put on a nude lip liner. This is the one from NYX. It's the longest title on the planet, but it's in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. I'm picking this one because it's a lighter nude on me. And I just wanted that kind of soft, peachy, lighter nude on my lips. I could leave it like that, but I don't want to. It kind of sets as well, so it's really nice. So then I'm gonna pick my new gloss from my Buxom Babies, my favorite gloss. I just love these so much. See, I feel like that just goes with the cheeks and the eyes. Gives that feminine, you know, pinkiness without being like overly pink. It's that nude pinky, so yeah. I really hope you guys like this look. Let me know in the comment section below like what you would do if you were on your period, if you do some of the things I did, if you do it totally different or the exact same. I would really like to hear, because I honestly want to know what other women do with makeup. That is why I'm putting myself out here in the public eye. Like, I want to reach out and connect with other like-minded women. So take care, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.